In this lesson, we're going to use decimals as replacement values. Now, this is something we've done over and over throughout the course, so it should not be very different to you. The only difference is the numbers that I'm putting in the places of my unknowns that I'm replacing will be decimals. Some of these I will be checking equations to see if they're solutions, but it's still just a matter of using replacement values. All right, let's take a look. Okay, I did not give myself any extra room, so I may have to write small. And I'm going to have a calculator handy. It says evaluate x plus z. So I have x plus z. In the place of x, I'll put 6.5 plus. In the place of z, I'll put 0.34. If I'm going to do this without a calculator, I want to make sure I line up my decimals. But if I'm using a calculator, it's 6.5 plus 0.34, and I get as an answer 6.84. So it's a little bit easier if I get to use my calculator. Number 2, I'm going to evaluate the expression x minus z. In the place of x, I put 4.4 minus, in the place of z, 0.62. Once again, if I don't get to use a calculator, then I have to be more careful about lining up decimals and about borrowing. But either way I do it, I should get 3.78. All right, and in the last one, I want to be really careful. I have y minus x plus z. So I have 9 minus 1.1 plus 0.26. So I can do that easily with my calculator. And I get 8.16. So you should not find these overly challenging. Just be careful. If you're doing them without a calculator, then you want to do things like on this one. If you had 4.4 and you're subtracting this, it would be subtracting 0.62. You would need to add in a 0, and you would have to do some borrowing. So if you're not going to use a calculator, if you're going to calculate on your paper, you just need to follow those rules. So be careful. The next few problems are going to have us use replacement values in a slightly different way. It says determine whether the given value is a solution to the equation. A number is a solution if it makes a true statement. So, is 8 a solution? That means if 8 is replaced for x, is it a true statement? So let's see. We have x plus 1.4 is equal to 9.1. So if I put an 8 there plus 1.4, is that equal to 9.1? Now this is really a question mark right now. I simplify on the left, and when I add those I get 9.4, and this can't be simplified. It stays 9.1 because those are not equal. That answer is no, it is not a solution. All right, let's look at number 5. It wants to know if negative 13.8 is a solution. So I have 44.8 plus y is equal to 30. So is 44.8 plus a negative 13.8 going to equal 30? This is a question. On the left, I have a negative and a positive, so I'm going to subtract. So if I have 44.8 and I subtract 13.8 from it, I get 31, and is that the same as 30 from over here? And the answer is no. Okay, not a solution again. All right, I have one more to do. Is 2 a solution? And I get to plug it in both on the left and the right. So 7.8 plus x, is that the same as 9.8 minus x? All right, is 7.8 plus 2 the same as 9.8 minus 2? That's what the question is. So on the left side, 7.8 plus the whole number 2 gives me 9.8. But on the right side, I have 9.8 subtract 2. That gives me 7.8. And this answer, again, is no. Now, that does not mean that all of your answers are going to be no, but my answers were no as to whether those were solutions.